Hello, everyone. Welcome to Sheboygan A's baseball here at Wildwood Park. I'm Matt Croy. I'll be taking you through tonight's game as the Sheboygan A's are here to take on the Appleton Legends. Mike Martin is unable to join us tonight. Sheboygan is managed by Tim Moyer, and I do not have the manager for Appleton. Riddle. All right. Appleton is managed by Rick Riddle. Starting lineup for tonight's game. We'll go through Sheboygan. See him on the mound pitching and getting ready to warm up is Davis Wilson. Right field we have Ross Chris. Left field we have Mark Warner. On first we have Harry Stout. Designated hitter is Jacoby Andreas. On third you have Jacob Neese. Center field is T.D. Walker. Second you have Bennett Becker. And catching is Sage Stelmacher. And on shortstop you have Joey Pettit. And Appleton's order leading off would be Carl Valk, the F, then Aaron Moody, Trent Whitcomb, Ryan Broach, Tony Krieger, Jackson Spielberg, Bubba Thompson, Chris Vandenhoeve, and Trent Blake. The designated hitter in pitching for Appleton would be Jack Hobeck. Game time temperature is a cool one tonight at 66 degrees with a little bit of wind going from left to right. Swing and miss from Volk for strike one. Counts 1-1. This one is hit into center field. You have Walker there to make the easy out for out number one. Now we'll bring up Aaron Moody, the second baseman. Come pitch from Wilson. Inside for strike one. Small crowd tonight due to Bucks game being played, so you better be watching that if you're at home. And you can also still be watching this. The throw the first from Neese is down low, and Harry is not able to make the catch. Now we'll go down as an error on Neese. And I'll bring up Trent Whitcomb for the first baseman. Last night, if you weren't able to join us, Sheboygan made up a rain game against Greater Green Bay. Ended up losing that game. Appleton is actually the first place team in the, not the Wisconsin State League. It's the Northeastern League. With Sheboygan only being a game and a half behind. First pitch, that pitch goes foul. Counts 1-1 on Whitcomb. Comes pitch from Wilson. A bunt attempt goes. Looked like hit off the foot of Stelmacher. Counts 1-2 with one out here top of the first. Whitcomb re-enters the box and Wilson comes set, looks over at first. In the pitch, breaking pitch, just hangs a little high for ball two, evens the count out at 2-2. Wilson on the mound, now delivers. This one is hit into center field. And Walker is there to make the out after chasing after it for out number 2. Now we'll bring up the third baseman, Ryan Brouch. We don't have any stats on Appleton. You still have Moody on at first. Now the pickoff attempt. Just casually throws it over to first. Counts hasn't been a pitch thrown yet with 2 outs here. Top of the first. That pitch inside for ball 1. Wilson looks back at first. Now delivers. In for strike 1. Makes count at 1-1. Moody lead off at first. Still on the bag. This one is hit right to Neese. And drop ball from Becker. Which would have been an easy out. But go down as an E4. Now we'll bring up the catcher, Tony Krieger. Now Alpton having a runner in scoring position. Pitch from Wilson, just a tad high for a ball 1. Moody on second. And Brouch on first. And this one is hit foul into the A's bullpen for strike 1. Counts even at 1-1. This one is foul backwards for strike 2. Olsen comes out, looks back at Moody at second. Now delivers. This one fouls. So it remains 1-2 for Krieger. Anything hit into right field will get a carry as the flag is whipping from left to right. Moody leading off. Wilson catches his eye. That pitch outside for ball 2. Evens up the count. This one is hit down the third base line, but it'll go foul. So still the count remains 2-2. Wilson looking for the signs. Now comes set in the mound. Looks back at Moody at second. Now delivers. This one is fouled yet again. Count still remains 2-2 with 2 outs here on top of the first. Pitch from Wilson. Just high and outside for ball 3. Makes count full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Pitch from Wilson. Inside, and that one will go fair as Harry makes a diving attempt, but knocks it foul, and that will bring one in for Appleton. Harry made a diving attempt at that one, but wasn't quite able to get it, and ends up knocking it out of bounds out in foul territory. Now we'll bring up Jackson Stiegelberg. That pitch inside for ball one. Now Wilson on the mound. Now throws. Pitch low for ball two. Got a chance to talk to Tim Moyer before the game and ask him how he would recover from Green Bay. He says better defense. Just with committing no errors, and already Sheboygan's already has two up on the board. So that pitch is in for strike one. Makes count 2-1. That pitch high for ball three. Harry on the bag at first, and here comes Wilson. That one is low for ball four. Now we'll make the bases loaded. That will bring up Bubba Thompson. With the bases loaded, 2 outs here as Appleton leads it 1-0. Pitch from Wilson inside and high for ball one. That pitch in for strike one. Evens the count at 1-1 here with bases loaded. 2 outs here, still the top of the first. Couple errors made. And that will hit by pitch. That will bring in another run. So now, still 2 outs, bases loaded, but that hit by pitch will make the score 2-0 Appleton. Now off to bat is Chris Vandenheuvel, the right fielder. And this one is hit foul for strike one. You have Kruger on third, Spielberg on second, Thompson on first. Pitch from Wilson. Down low for ball one. He was counted at 1-1. Sheboygan in a pickle, trying to get out of this inning. That one goes behind Stelmacher. For ball two, that was a low pitch from Wilson. Wilson comes side on the mound. Bases loaded, now delivers. That one in for strike two. Evens the count at 2-2. One more strike to end this half inning. This one is hit, and Harry throws it to Wilson and is not in time. And that will be a base hit. It looked for sure that he was out, but guess wrong. So Sheboygan still playing defense. Another score run is in for Appleton, making it 3-0. And this one is hit, and a nice grab by Pettit to end the inning after a full walkthrough lineup by Appleton. Appleton leads at 3-0, going to the bottom of the first one. See if Sheboygan can put some more runs up on the board.
Last year's financial year,
Sometimes you need to get out.
The great outdoors.
Free pickup's easy. Just order ahead in the Meijer app.
Carrier asks, what does comfort mean to you? We know it means more than just the temperature. And the people who invented modern air conditioning keep inventing new ways to make you comfortable. Carrier, turn to the experts.
For your heating and cooling needs, call Advanced Comfort Systems, Sheboygan's only Carrier factory authorized dealer.
We'll go through the welcome back here and bottom of the first. And we'll go through the lineup for Sheboygan. Leading off for Sheboygan is, as he's coming up right now, is Ross Christ. Then Mark Warner, Harry Stell, Jacoby Andreas, Jacob Neese, T.D. Walker, then Bennett Becker, Sage Selmacher, and then Joey Pettit. And defensively for Appleton, in center field, you have Carl Valk. At second, you have Aaron Moody. At first, you have Trent Whitcomb. At third, you have Ryan Brouch. Catching is Tony Kruger. In left field, you have Jackson Spiegelberg. At shortstop, you have Bubba Thompson. And at right field, you have Chris Vandenheuvel. And pitching right now for Appleton is Jack Habeck. And then saw earlier that Chris did ground out. So that's one out for Sheboygan. Now up to bat now is Mark Warner. Counts even at 1-1. This is fouled back for strike two. Habeck don't have any stats on him, but hasn't had trouble finding strikes, even though it's still early in the game. Pitch by Habeck is just outside for ball two. CJ makes the comment that a lot more people here tonight than he originally thought, which don't blame him. It's a Bucks night, Bucks game, Bucks in 6. Figure a lot more people would stay home, but I guess baseball's more important. Havoc strikes out Warner, and that brings up Harry Stout. Stout almost leads everything in the club offensively, except for stolen bases, which is held by JT Reed of 17. Harry does lead the club in home runs with 10. Harry's up on the count as with 2-0. Harry graduated from his alumni from UW Stevens Point. Do believe it was in 2005, if I'm correct. Then they were breaking pitch. Back-to-back strikes makes the count 2-2 on Harry. Habik delivers to Harry. Harry a mighty swing and miss to end the inning. After one full inning of play, Sheboygan didn't put any runs up at the board, but still early in the game, Elpson leads Sheboygan 3-0. We'll be back in the top of the second.
I'm not usually.
I've never really been into this sappy, corny, mushy garbage.
You know what? I'm going for it.
You are completely and utterly
Awesome. Great. I'm glad you showed up.
in my life.
I could never get through this world without you.
You are really close to my...
Heart!
I think I'm about to cry.
Every single time I...
Get down! Get down!
There you are. You always have...
My back! My back! I'm so glad you're alive.
It's like all these tiny little things
Yes, yes, things.
are serious and kind of important.
You gotta hold it like a baby bird.
And
Please be quiet.
listen, hear that?
That's a little something I like to call
Friendship.
Welcome back here. Top of the second is the top of the lineup for Appleton. Already gone through it once, already through the whole first inning is Carl Valk. Valk is 0 for 1. He hit one into center field as he gets a rip with this one. Goes foul. Somewhere on New Jersey Avenue. Makes count 0-1. Wilson still pitching. As here comes a pitch from him. Outside for ball one. That pitch ends in for strike two. Count is 1-2. Let's see if Wilson can retire him, but this one is going to be outside for ball two. Evens the count back up. Now Wilson delivers. This one is breaking pitch. This one is fielder's choice. Almost went past Becker, but nice stop. But will go down as a hit. This will be Aaron Moody coming up. Moody reached on an error, a throwing error by Jacob Neese in the first inning. Well, the one that went past Harry. Ball was in the dirt. Now you have Volk on first. And this one is popped up in foul territory. Yeah. Oh, jeez. Oh. That one goes foul into New Jersey Avenue, and ball goes in the storm gutter. Counts even at 1-1 for Moody. Ball getting a lead off at first. Not too much of a lead. Breaking pitch inside for strike 2. Wilson comes set. No outs here in top of the second. This is a line drive. It sits down and is be another base hit for Appleton. Now bring up Trent Whitcomb, who's 0 for 1. He flew out in the first inning, 2 TD Walker out in center field. Walking lead off at second. Pitch is outside for ball 1. Already, Appleton has 4 hits on the board. This breaking pitch goes foul. Evens the count at 1-1. No outs here, top of the second. Olsen looks back at second. Now delivers the pitch. Fastball for strike 2. Count is 1-2 with no outs here. Runners on first and second. Pitch from Wilson is fouled. Still 1-2. Sheboygan tried to bounce back from a rough night from last night, but lead off at second. Inside pitch, and this one is hit into the right center. This is caught by Walker, and now both runners advance. So 1 out for Appleton, top of the second. Now we'll bring up Ryan Brouch. Brouch reached on air and also brought in an RBI. So 2 runners in scoring position for Appleton. This one is hit foul down into the A's bullpen. Count will be 0-1. Wilson delivers. This pitch is inside for ball 1. Wilson already having 49 pitches through inning. Oh, it was pitch 50, and counts 1-2 on Brouch. Swing miss from Brouch makes the count 1-2. Breaking pitch is hit foul. Count still remains 1-2. Only 1 out here, top of the second. Appleton leads Sheboygan 3-0. And Appleton knocking on the door right again. That pitch low for ball 2 evens the count. Olsen comes down on the mound. Loads and pull. Breaking pitch hangs high for ball 3. Pitch from Wilson. This one is hit straight up. Pop fly. And Sage Selmacher is there for the easy out. 2 outs now, top of the second. We'll bring out Tony Krieger, who was 1 for 1 with a base hit. Sheboygan can get out this inning with leaving both of these runners on base will be considered a win for them. Pitch from Wilson. This is hit. And Pettit makes the over-the-head grab to end the inning. And a lovely play by Pettit for out number 3. And that will do it for the top of the second. Alpton still leads 3-0 as Sheboygan is up to bat next.
Sometimes you'd rather stay in the car. With free pickup, you can. Just order ahead in the Meyer app. Welcome back here at bottom of the second. And leading off for Sheboygan, Jacoby Andreas, the Northwoods Chemical cleanup batter. This one is hit into right field. Catch is made for out number 1. I'll bring up Jacob Neese, third baseman.
Number 17, Jacob
Neese, this is Neese's first at bat. This is hit into left field. And the left fielder's there to make another easy out for out number 2. They'll bring out center fielder T.D. Walker, also his first at bat. Comes pitch from Habik in for strike 1. Counts 0-1. 2 outs already. This one's hit into right field. And out 4 pitches with 3 outs. And that's the bottom of the second. And Sheboygan, once again, will go back on defense. Sheboygan still trails Appleton after 2, 3-0. We'll be right back.
The floor is lava! The couch is lava! The parking lot is lava!
Sometimes you'd rather stay in the car. With free pickup, you can. Just order ahead in the Meyer app.
Welcome back here, top of the third. Now leading off for Appleton will be Jackson Spielberg. Spielberg is first at bat was a ball. Excuse me, was a walk. Pitch from Wilson. Hangs high for ball one. Now here comes the pitch from Wilson. Down low for ball two. Wilson comes set, winds up, delivers. This one is popped up. Nice is under it. And makes the easy out. And out number one here in the top of the third. Now we'll bring up Bubba Thompson. And his first at bat, he got hit by a pitch. Pitch from Wilson. Just a tad outside for ball one. Wilson having a rough going already. This one in foul territory. Harry running over and just out of reach in the Legends bullpen. We'll be in for strike one. Makes the count even at 1-1. And CJ is getting excited because now the Bucks are just about to tip off. And he's not that big of a basketball fan, so you know this means a lot to him. Davis this ball goes foul. In for strike two after the foul ball. 1-2 is the count on Thompson. Wilson set, now delivers. This is high pitch. Evens the count out. Count at 2-2. Pitch from Wilson. This is popped up again. And now Harry's there to make the easy out for out number two. 2 outs already here in the top of the third. And up to bat is Chris Vandenheuvel, who is 1 for 1 in tonight's game. Had a base hit in the first. Wilson set, now delivers. That one in for strike one. Now Van Oil re-enters the box, comes set. Swinging a miss. First strike 2. And Hoyle steps out of the box now, re-enters as Wilson is ready to go. That one in for strike 3. And that will end the inning. 3 up, 3 down. After 2.5, score remains the same. Appleton 3, Sheboygan 0.
All right, guys, we got teriyaki, honey barbecue, and mild. Enjoy. All right, DOA wings, hottest on the menu.
You got a problem?
Welcome back here at top of the bottom of the third. And up to bat for Sheboygan is Bennett Becker, and this is his first at bat. This one is hit foul. Strike 1 for Becker. Havoc. Now, this one is hit straight to shortstop, and the throw is there on time for out number 1. That'll be a 6-3 ground out. This brings up the catcher, Sage Selmacher, also his first at bat. Pitch from Havoc is fouled back for strike 1. Sheboygan needs to get something going past 2 innings, 3 up and 3 down. Havoc now throws in for strike 2. Selmacher down the count 0-2. Havoc delivers. Pitch high for ball 1. Good eye by Selmacher to not swing. Here comes a pitch. Just a tad outside to make the count even at 2-2. Selmacher still hanging in there. This one's fouled back. Still remains 2-2. Niphead being the ball boy for a moment. Breaking pitch just hangs outside for ball 3. Makes the count full at 3-2. Havoc throws. Down for ball 4. And Sheboygan will have their first on base. This will bring up Joey Pettit, his first at bat. at the shortstop. That one down low for ball one. Havoc comes on the mound, looks over at Selmacher on first. This pitch is outside for ball two. And just looking at their overall this season so far for Sheboygan, they're 2-1 against Appleton. One of the wins being coming early on in the year where they won 10-7 here at home. That one called for strike one at 3-0 pit count. Now it's 3-1. Then second they played at Appleton, 1-10-8. That's in ball four for Pettit. Now I'll bring up Ross Chris, who first at bat grounded out. I don't know, last time Sheboygan played Appleton, they lost 7-0. So 2-1 over Sheboygan is against Appleton. Pretty good record. That pitch just outside for ball one. So back-to-back walks for Havoc to set up two Sheboygan runners. And Chris is a double machine. And this one is grounded out. Bobbles it, but still there to make the unassisted out. But that does advance all runners. And I'll bring up Mark Warner, who's his first at bat struck out. Havoc winds up, delivers. This one is hit to right field. The right fielder is there to make the easy out number 3. Sheboygan had something going, but wasn't able to execute it. After 3, Sheboygan still trails 3-0. We'll be back in the top of the 4th.
Last year's financial year,
Sometimes you need to get out.
The great outdoors.
Free pickup's easy. Just order ahead in the Meyer app.
Carrier asks, what does comfort mean to you? We know it means more than just the temperature. And the people who invented modern air conditioning keep inventing new ways to make you comfortable. Carrier, turn to the experts.
For your heating and cooling needs, call Advanced Comfort Systems, Sheboygan's only Carrier factory authorized dealer.
I'm not usually...
I've never really...
Welcome back here at top of the 4th, where Sheboygan trails Appleton 3-0. Leading off for Appleton is Trent Blake, the designated hitter, who's over on tonight's game. Wilson still on the mound. This one is popped up. And you have Mark Warner there in left field to make the easy out. Now we'll bring up Carl Valk, who is 1 for 2 in tonight's game with a base hit at his last at bat, made it all the way to third, but wasn't able to punch his ticket in. 1 out here in the top of the 4th. That pitch outside for ball 1. Pitch from Wilson. Breaks down at the last moment for a strike in his 1-1. Pitch from Wilson. Swing and a miss. Swung a little early. With 2 strikes now. 1-2. 1 out. Here comes the pitch. Just outside for ball 2. Evens the count at 2-2. This is inside and swing and miss for out number 2. Second strikeout for Wilson tonight. And I'll bring up Aaron Moody, who is 1 for 1 in tonight's game. Wilson still pitching. This one's well outside and low for ball 1. Wilson delivers in for strike 1. He was counted at 1-1. Sheboygan picking up, fixing their mistakes, and this one is hit foul down the left field line into the A's bullpen. After struggling early in the first inning for Sheboygan, last 2 innings have been able to pick it up. That pitch inside for ball 2, evens counted at 2-2. Wilson. This one is gonna drop right into right field and be a base hit for Moody. With his he's 2 for 2 for tonight. That'll bring up Trent Whitcomb, who is 0 for 2. Both times flew out to his best friend there out in center field, T.D. Walker. Wilson looks back at first as Harry's on the base, ready for the pickoff. That pitch in for strike 1. Pitch inside for strike 2. Count 0-2. Wilson looks back at first. The pitch. This one is hit foul onto New Jersey Avenue. Count still remains 0-2 with 2 outs here. Wilson steps off. Now steps back on as Whitcomb re-enters the box. Comes set, delivers, and this one's hit. It just goes foul down third base line. And now still an 0-2 count. Olsen steps off and now steps back on. The pitch just outside for ball 1. Olsen looks back at first. Here he's there, ready for the pickoff, and here he is. And too slow, but Count's still 1-2. Wilson delivers, and going is Moody, but won't matter. He will have to go back after hitting this one foul. Still hanging in there is Whitcomb. Hasn't given up. Wilson steps off the mound once again. Now steps back on. Moody on that first. Harry ready for the pickoff. Right there. Pickoff time was unsuccessful. And Wilson delivers. And this one's hit right to Harry for the easy unassisted put out. And after 3.5, Alton still leads Sheboygan 3-0. We'll be back in the bottom four. See if Sheboygan can get on the board now.
Carrier asks, what does comfort mean to you? We know it means more than just the temperature. And the people who invented modern air conditioning keep inventing new ways to make you comfortable. Carrier, turn to the experts.
For your heating and cooling needs, call it.
I'm not usually.
I've never really been into this sappy, corny, mushy garbage.
You know what? I'm going for it. You are completely and utterly
Awesome. Great. I'm glad you showed up.
in my life.
I could never get through this world without you. You are really close to my...
Heart!
I think I'm about to cry. You better not.
Every single time I...
Get down, get down! There you are.
You always have...
My back, my back. I'm so glad you're alive.
It's like all these tiny little things...
Yes, yes, things.
...are serious. And kind of important.
You gotta hold it like a baby bird.
And...
Please be quiet.
Listen. You hear that?
Welcome back here in the bottom of the fourth inning, where will be Harry Stout leading off the inning for Sheboygan after making the unassisted put out. Harry is 0 for 1 in tonight's game with a strikeout in the first inning. At first pitch, in for strike one. But I can't stress this enough. Harry usually doesn't swing on the first pitch unless he really likes what he sees. This one is hit, and then that's going to throw a high throw. And Harry's going to go to 2. And that will be single with a throwing error. High pitch from Krieger. Now we'll bring up Jacoby Andreas, who the designated hitter. He's 0 for 1. Flew out to right field. Harry getting something going in Sheboygan early on is what Sheboygan needs. This is hit into New Jersey Avenue. That will make the count 0-1 for Andreas. That pitch just outside for ball 1. And this one is sent to left field. And it drops down. Diving attempt made by the left fielder. And Harry's going to come in. Andreas is going to get a stand-up double. But Harry in and drive in Sheboygan's first run in this game. They now trail 3-1. And this will bring up Jacob Neese, who the first at bat flew out into left field, 0 for 1. And a nice attempt by Jackson Spiegelberg, who made the diving attempt but wasn't able to get it. It's one of those plays that's you can play it safe and it can be safe, or you can play it rough, and what you did, high risk, high reward, and took the high risk with no reward. Now counts 2-0 on Nice. Abbott looks back at Andreas, and this is mighty swing and miss from Nice to make the count 2-1. I think Havoc was. My eyes might be playing with me, but I thought he was pitching leftier last inning. And another swing and miss from Nice to even the count at 2-2. My eyes are playing tricks on me, CJ. It was bacon and chicken. And then drop third strike. Now we'll bring up TD Walker. Only the first out for Sheboygan in this inning. Walker's 0 for 1 tonight's game. Abbott looks back at Andreas. Has a hefty lead off at second. Inside pitch. Ball 1. If you're not watching the Bucks are up by 11, 27-16. Abbott looks back at second. A swing and the miss. Nice healthy cut from Walker, but wasn't able to get the contact, and that'll be strike 1. He was counted at 1-1. Abbott looks back at Andreas. Able to get a hold of that one, but goes foul. Count is now 1-2 on TD Walker. If I haven't mentioned it, he's 0 for 1 in tonight's game. Flew out to right field in his first at bat. Andreas leading off at second. Here comes the pitch. In for ball 2, evens the count at 2-2. Abbott comes set. Still TD Walker up to bat and pitch. Down low for ball 3. Full count now for Walker. Abbott comes set, looks back at Andreas at second. And this one sent to right center field. And a nice take up by Andreas, but he's going to go back. That'll be out number 2 for Sheboygan. Andreas thought about going, but better of it was to stay put at second. Take about 3 steps off and then decide to go back. Now brings up Bennett Becker, who is 0 for 1 and grounded out in his first at bat in the 3rd inning. That pitch low for ball 1. Sheboygan just about 1.5 way through their lineup. Gone through about 1.5 times. with Becker being in the bottom third, and Andreas is going to go on a wild pitch. Great opportunity for Andreas. He saw opportunity. He took it. If we're speaking about batting and how many times each team has gone through, I said Sheboygan's only gone through theirs 1 2/3, just getting to the bottom third. And Appleton's already gone 2 1/3 times with their lineup, so they're definitely hitting the ball, getting on base. And CJ said that would be strike 1, as Becker thought it was ball 4. And CJ points out a good point. Early in the game, they were hitting the balls really good, but ever since third inning, they've been getting put in check. That is foul tipped and caught by the catcher for strike 2. Full count for Becker. Be nice to get Andreas home. Don't want to leave him hanging on base. That is ball 4. Very good call by the umpire. Do apologize. Do not have the names for them.
Number 29, Sage Stelmacher.
This would be Sage Stelmacher, whose first at bat was a walk. That pitch in for strike 1. Abbott started off on fire, now cooling down. That was a 56 pitch from Havoc. Havoc looks over at Andreas at third. That's in for strike 1. Excuse me, strike 2. Counts 1 and 2 on Stelmacher. Now, stealing is, and I think Andreas, they went to pick off, and it looked like Andreas might have gotten around him, but didn't. And that would be the end of the inning for Sheboygan. And after 4, Sheboygan trails Appleton 3-1. We'll be back in the top of the 5th.
The floor is lava! Couch is lava! The parking lot is lava!
Sometimes you'd rather stay in the car. With free pickup, you can. Just order ahead in the Meyer app.
Welcome back here, top of the fifth.
Third baseman number 46,
And
Ryan Roach.
Ryan Brouch up to bat here in the top of the fifth. Who is 0 for 1, reached on air. That first pitch in for ball 1. Wilson with the pitch, breaking pitch inside for ball 2. A mighty swing and miss for strike 1. Counts 2-1, no outs, top of the fifth. This one's ripped foul. Goes by the A's dugout. Counts even at 2-2. Wilson steps off the mound now, steps back on. Lines up, delivers. Just outside, in low for ball 3. Count is now full for Brouch. This is fouled back. Count still 3-2. And then the pitch, high for ball 4. This will bring up Tony Kruger, who is 1 for 2 in tonight's game. Wilson comes on the mound, delivers. This one is high and outside for ball 1. Olsen checks back at first. Harry staying on the base for a pickoff attempt if needed. That breaking pitch in for strike 1. Evens count at 1-1. Wilson looks back at first. Delivers now a bunt, but pulls back. I'll be in for ball 2. Wilson steps off, steps back on. Looks back at first. Harry still having his foot on the bag, ready for the pickoff attempt if needed. And this one is hit in foul territory. Nice runs over, but it goes into the 8 Sheboygan's bullpen. Now makes count 2-2. Wilson looks back at first. The pitch. This is hit right into right field. And won't be able to. Now, safe at second. And frustration from Walker. He thought he had him. Now, only a base hit. I'll bring up Jackson Spiegelberg.
Number 1, Jackson Spiegelberg.
Wilson, now there's a bunt, sacrifice bunt right to the pitcher. And now, fielder's choice. Make the bases loaded.
Bases loaded, no outs here. Scary thing for Sheboygan. That brings up Bubba Thompson, who is 0 for 1 and got hit by a pitch. So I think why Wilson did that is just so that there could be a force out at any base. Here comes the pitch from Wilson. Swing and a miss for strike one. Bases loaded, no outs here in the top of the fifth. Scary for Sheboygan. Zavalin can put up more runs. That one low for ball one. Wilson comes set, gets loaded. Now pulls the trigger. A swing and a miss for strike two. As Thompson walks out of the batter's box, now re-enters. In the pitch, low for ball two, evens the count. Wilson gets set. And this one is hit up and foul. That'll be somewhere on New Jersey Avenue. Count still remains 2-2 for Thompson. Here comes Wilson. This one is well in the dirt and outside for ball three. Makes it a full count. Wilson comes set. Anything hit into right field will get carried as the flag is whipping from left to right. This one hit right to Becker, going for the play at home. And Selmacher, even though the throw was short, was still able keep his foot on base for out number one, which is huge, but still, bases are still loaded. This will bring up Chris Vandenheuvel, who is 1 for 2. This one is caught for out number two. One does come in for Sheboygan, for Appleton.
Designated hitter, number 18, Trent Blake.
Now it's 2 outs and one more added to Appleton as they're up now 4-1. And up to bat is Trent Blake, who is 0 for 2 in tonight's game. At first pitch in for strike one. Wilson, pitch, swing and miss for strike two. Wilson comes set. Now strikes. Wilson wanted that one to be strike three, but instead it's ball one. Very close call. This one is hit into center field. And Walker is there, walking up on it. And out number three. After that, Sheboygan will see if they can come up. And now After 4.5, Appleton leads Sheboygan 4-1.
I'm not usually.
I've never really been into this sappy, corny, mushy garbage.
You know what? I'm going for it.
You are completely and utterly
Awesome. Great. I'm glad you showed up.
in my
I
life.
could never get through this world without you. You are really close to my...
Heart!
I think I'm about to cry. You better not.
Every single time I...
Get down, get down!
There you are. You always have...
My back, my back! I'm so glad you're alive.
It's like all these tiny little things...
Yes, things.
...are serious and kind of important.
You gotta hold it like a baby bird.
And...
Please be quiet.
Listen. You hear that?
That's a little something I like to call
Friendship.
Welcome back here at the bottom of the fifth. Up to bat is Sage Stelmacher, who was, at the end of the inning, was up to bat, but Jacoby and Jerry stole home and then was thrown out. Abbott still on the mound for Appleton. That one is ticked foul in for strike one. Count remains 0-1. This one is hit into Appleton's bullpen. Counts 0-2. With no outs here. Bottom of the fifth. Pitch. That one's down low for ball one. Havoc delivers that pitch well inside as Selmacher turns his back. Evens the count out at 2-2. This one is drilled foul. Got a nice rip at it. Selmacher re-enters the box. Oh, Havoc delivers. Able to get another hold of it, but drills this one foul into the Appleton's bullpen once again. Selmacher ready. Ball high for ball three. Full count for Stelmacher. Here comes a pitch, and this one's fouled for count to remain the same. Umpire gains some more balls. Selmacher hanging on a full count, and this one is high and goes into Appleton's bullpen once again. Selmacher's been able to hang in there for quite a while. That one is ball four. Second walk in tonight's game. I'll bring out Joey Pettit, who was first at bat. That's right. Joey Pettit's first at bat was a walk. And Habit comes on the mound. Now this is a bunt, but goes foul for strike one. Selmacher will make his way back to first, and Pettit will make his way back to home in the batter's box. Abbott gets set on the mound, and now tries to fake him out. Kind of act like he was facing forward, then kind of rotate his body, just threw the ball. Now here comes a pitch. And for ball one, he was the count. And swing and miss from Pettit makes that strike two. That looks back at first. That one in for strike three. Pettit didn't like it. Now we'll bring up Ross Chris, who is 0 for 2 in tonight's game.
Right fielder, number 31, Ross Chris.
Here comes a pitch and a bunt attempt, but unsuccessful. Don't know. Be count discount for now is ball one. And Chris looks like he's going to bunt, pulls back, and this ball is high for ball two. Pitch inside for ball three. You know, Selmacher on at first. See if he can do anything to get him home. And that pitch in for strike one. Counts 3-1. Havoc. That pitch in for strike two. Full count at 3-2. Here comes Havoc. And, a diving attempt made by second baseman, not there. And now Selmacher will stay at second. Nice base hit from Chris. Now we'll bring up Mark Warner, who is 0 for 2 in tonight's game.
Number 60, Mark Warner.
Warner represents the tying run. Now, bunting attempt, but that one is hits the bat for strike one. You do have Selmacher on second. Here comes the pitch. That's in for strike two. Only one out here to bottom the fifth. Havoc. This one is hit fouled. somewhere on New Jersey Avenue. Up deck is Harry Stelp, who is the lone Sheboygan A's run. This one is hit, fouled again. Count remains 0-2. Havoc looks back at second, who is Selmacher. Selmacher looks like he was going to go. And now that will end the inning with the double play. It looked like Selmacher was going to go. Easy double play right there, waiting to happen. After 5, Sheboygan trails Appleton 4-1.
The floor is lava! Couch is lava! The parking lot is lava!
Sometimes you'd rather stay in the car. With free pickup, you can. Just order ahead in the Meyer app.
Welcome back here, top of the 6th inning. And leading off for Appleton is Carl Volk, who is 1 for 3 in tonight's game. That first pitch in from Wilson. Strike 1. This one's fouled back. Strike 2. Counts 0-2 on Volk, who is 1 for 3 in tonight's game. That one outside for ball 1. Pitch. Inside and low for ball 2. Wilson has 113 pitches and through 5 innings. And pitch 114 is fouled. That pitch is outside for ball 3. Count is now full at 3-2. The pitch outside and high for ball 4, and that'll be a walk for Volk. Wilson upset. Let's bring it Aaron Moody, who is 2 for 2 He has been on base all 3 times at bat. First reached on air. Now going, and then high pitch. High throw from Selmacher. That'll be a stolen base. Counts 1-0 on Moody. That pitch is almost hits Moody's head, ducks down for ball 2. Now, Stelmacher goes around Moody to make the catch. That's ball 3. Wilson looks back at second, now delivers for strike 1. Counts 3-1. Top of the 6th, no outs. Appleton leads Sheboygan 4-1. This one's in the gap between short and third, and that'll be a base hit for Moody. Moody, I say, well, having himself a game. Been on at 4 attempts. He's made all been on base all 4 times. And now Tim Moyer coming out for Wilson. I believe Wilson is done as Ethan Scherg is coming out to be his replacement. We'll take a short break as we let Scherg warm up. Appleton 4, Sheboygan 1. Welcome back here at Wildwood Park. Pitching change for Sheboygan. Coming in, as I said right before you saw him warm up, was Ethan Scherg. Usually does the catching. We do have the numbers for Wilson. Is this one is hit foul in a diving attempt made by Mark Warner for out number 2. A nice attempt for out number 1. As I said, we do have the numbers for Wilson. Pitched 5 innings, gave up 4 runs. 2 of those runs were earned.
Third baseman, number 46, Ryan Rowe.
Walked two batters and struck out one and didn't give up any home runs. Now this brings up Ryan Brouch. Oh. And Appleton extends their lead 5-1. I was paying too much attention to the Warner out in center and left field that I didn't forgot that Volk was on third. And he tagged up and came in for a score. Brouch is 0 for 1 with an error and a walk. Now he's up on the count 2-0. One out here. This hit is Harry's over there in the Alpton dugout and makes the catch for the next out, which brings up Tony Kruger, the catcher. Kruger is 2 for 3. That first pitch is outside for sure for ball one. Sure comes set, now delivers. This one set right into center field. An easy out made for out number 3. Now in the top of the 6th. We'll be right back. See if Sheboygan can put some more runs up on the board in the bottom of the 6th right after this.
All right, guys, we got teriyaki, honey barbecue, and mild. Enjoy. All right, DOA wings, hottest on the menu.
You got a problem?
Welcome back here, bottom of the 6th. First baseman is Harry Stout leading off the inning. Harry is 1 for 2 in tonight's game. Comes a pitch. Outside. Ball 1. Addict's on the mound for Appleton. That pitch low for ball 2. Havoc's pitch is nice swing from Harry, but wasn't able to make any contact and makes it 2-1. This one is fouled out for strike two, evens the count at 2-2. That pitch outside for ball three. Full count for Harry Stout. Havoc delivers. This is foul ticked. Dropped by the catcher, so Harry's still alive. Count still 3-2. Havoc's pitch is fouled again by Harry. Somewhere on New Jersey Avenue. Have the same faces up here as we always do. We have Bill Wagner do field announcing. And that pitch in for strike three for Harry. Thought he had ball four. Now this brings up Northwood's cleanup batter is Jacoby Andreas. As I said before, we have Bill Wagner doing the field announcing. We have CJ Skelton. Oh, wow. Doing field announcements and audio enhancements. And that lovely play barehanded by the third baseman, Brouch, to make that lovely play. This brings up Jacob Neese, and I'm here, Matt Crawley, doing this game as Mike Martin is in Appleton, watching the Timber Rattlers. Not too far, well, 5 minutes down the road from where I work, from my neck of the woods. That first pitch is ball one. This one is hit right to Brouch again. A bare hand again. And he'll do it again. And one's not good. Might as well do it twice. Now ends the sixth inning. After six, Sheboygan trails Appleton 5-1.
Last year's financial year, excuse me.
Sometimes you need to get out.
The great outdoors.
Free pickup's easy. Just order ahead in the Meyer app.
Welcome back here. Top of the sevens, leading off for Appleton is Jackson Spiegelberg. First pitch from Scherg is inside for ball one. That one is in for strike one. We have 3 interns here tonight. Me being with all my partner Mike Martin. You have Ben Salutes doing the social media, has been doing a great job as Spiegelberg gets drilled by Scherg. Hit by pitch. And Jacob Mankowski, who is
Number 31,
usually manages, he does a team store, does a good job with that. And this will bring up Bubba Thompson, who is 1 for 2 with a hit by pitch. Nice stop by Selmacher. Ball 1. Sure comes set on the mound. Still a windy night out here. 64 degrees. That pitch in for ball 2. Sheboygan haven't been really to produce anything besides a lone Harry Selt run. That ball goes into the woods of no return for strike 1. Now counts 2-1 for Thompson. Now going, and now is safe on a stolen base by Spiegelberg. That was ball. That pitch in for ball 3. That one in for strike 2, full count for Thompson. So you sure can retire Thompson and get out number 1. This one's in the gap between short and third. This one cut off man. Good play by Mark Warner. That'll be a base hit for Thompson.
right fielder, number 9, Chris Vandenheuvel.
Now we'll bring up Chris Vandenheuvel, who is 1 for 3 in tonight's game. First pitch is outside for Scherg. Count is 1-0. This one sent into center field. That's going. And that goes to the wall. One run comes in. I'll bring 2 runs in as a stand-up double. Two runs come in for Appleton, extending their lead to 7. They'll bring up Trent Blake, the designated hitter, who is having a rough night, 0 for 3. That pitch low for ball 1. Sure comes set. You have Van Hoyvel on second. That pitch just outside for ball 2. Sure comes set. Sure's been a mighty swing and miss from Blake for strike 1. This pitch is low. It goes behind Selmacher on a pass ball. So Van Hoyvel is already on third. 3-1 count. And this one's hit right to Nice. And throws it to Harry, but not after Van Hoyle comes in for another run. Extends their lead to 7.
Center fielder number 10, Charles Ball.
Now we'll bring up Carl Volk, who is 1 for 3 with a walk. Appleton up 8-1. Now will be count is 3-1. Excuse me, 3-0. That pitch in for strike 1. Pitch from Scherg. Down low for ball 4. Back-to-back walks for Volk.
Second baseman number 4, Aaron Mooney.
Aaron Moody having himself a night. 3 for 3. With also reaching on air. That pitch outside for ball 1. And now that pitch in for strike 1, even the count at 1-1. This one's in the gap between third and short, and that'll be another base hit for Moody. I won't believe it until I say it, but he's 4 for 4. And I will bring up Trent Whitcomb,
First baseman number
who is 0 for 4. We have a runner on second and first. This one is hit. Becker throws it to Harry for out number 2. Two runners in scoring position for Appleton.
Third baseman number 46, Ryan Rauch.
This will bring up Ryan Rauch, who is 0 for 2 with who reached on air and a walk. First pitch from Shirk outside for ball 1. Shirk comes set, now delivers. This one's hit foul for strike 1. He was counted at 1-1. Shirk comes set, counts even at 1-1. That one, it bounces off. Now we'll bring 1 run in for Appleton, extending their lead to 9. 9-1 Appleton. Counts 2-1. That was Volk who stole home, who took the opportunity after a pass ball. Moody's on third. The gap and Becker goes to, but won't get the arm, and that will be another run scored in for Appleton. 10-1 Appleton. After that, Crouch will get into another one on. Now Tim Moyer. It looks like Sherg is done, and it looks like, see who's bringing out. Do believe 24. Do believe is the number. And we'll take a short break after that, and in the meantime, I will get the numbers ready for Sherg. Welcome back here after that short break with 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. Tony Krieger, the catcher, up to bat, who is 2 for 4. Had the numbers for sure. Pitched 2 innings, gave up 4 hits, 6 runs. 4 of those 6 runs were earned. Walked 1, didn't strike out any batters, and he did hit a batter. Now you have Dawson Salvosky up on the mound now. Counts at even at 1-1. Salvosky's pitch just outside for ball 2. As you have Brian Brouch on first. Here comes the pitch. That one outside for ball 3. Salvosky looks back at first. Now comes set. Delivers. This one is hit. And Walker is going. He's got it beat, and he's got it to end the inning. Sheboygan has a lot of work to do. And now Sheboygan will come up to bat after this.
Carrier asks, what does comfort mean to you? We know it means more than just the temperature. And the people who invented modern air conditioning keep inventing new ways to make you comfortable. Carrier, turn to the experts.
For your heating and cooling needs, call Advanced Comfort Systems, Sheboygan's only Carrier Factory authorized dealer.
I'm not usually.
I've never really been into this sappy, corny, mushy garbage.
You know what? I'm going for it.
You are completely and utterly
Awesome. Great. I'm glad you showed up.
in my
I
life.
could never get through this world without you. You are really close to my...
Heart!
I think I'm about to cry. You better not.
Every single time I...
Get down, get down!
There you are.
You always have...
My back, my back. I'm so glad you're alive.
It's like all these tiny little things...
Yes, things.
...are serious and kind of important.
You gotta hold it like a baby bird.
And...
Please be quiet.
Listen. You hear that?
That's a little something I like to call
Friendship.
Welcome back here. Bottom of the seventh, pitching change for Appleton. Coming in is Brennan Chinwith. Have the numbers here for Jack Habak. Pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 hits, 1 run. That run was not earned. Only walked 3 batters and struck out 5. Didn't give up any home runs. Now T.D. Walker up to bat. That pitch low for ball 1. Crowd thinned out, maybe about 30. Counts 1-1 for T.D. Walker. Walker is 0 for 2 in tonight's game. This one's followed back for strike 2. Chinwith. Pitch. Breaking pitch. Just hangs a little high for ball 2. Now if you are watching the Bucks game, if you're not, I can say the Bucks are up 66-63 with 4:20 left in the third quarter. That'll be a strikeout for T.D. Walker. And this is a pinch hitter, Nick Hancock, in for Nick Bennett Becker. So this is Hancock's first at bat in tonight's game after pinch hitting for Bennett Becker. That pitch well inside and low for ball 1. After that, ball goes forward. Chinwith winds up, delivers, and Hancock, right straight bouncer and an easy put out at first. 1-3 for out number 2. Now bringing up Sage Stellmacher. And there comes Schindler's first pitch, breaking pitch, in for strike one. Stellmacher is over. Stellmacher's both at bats have been walks. That one in for strike two, and now he's on the count 0-2. This one hit quick snag from the first baseman. We're out number three. 3 up, 3 down for Sheboygan. We'll see you back in the top of the eighth. Alps 10, Sheboygan 1.
The floor is lava! Couch is lava! The parking lot is lava!
Sometimes you'd rather stay in the car. With free pickup, you can. Just order ahead in the Meyer app. Sometimes you'd rather stay in the car. With free pickup, you can. Just order ahead in the Meyer app.
Welcome back here. Bottom the eighth
Leading off for the A's, shortstop number
is Joey
35,
Pettit making the nice over-the-shoulder catch in this second one tonight. That pitch in for ball one. Pitch is outside for ball two. And ball three, chin for chin with. Chin with pitch. Outside for ball four. And that'll be a walk. And now pinch hitting is Cole Erickson for Ross Chris.
number 35, Cole Erickson.
Alton leads Sheboygan 12-1. Kind of the line score right now, 12 runs, 14 hits, and 1 error for Appleton, 1 run, 2 hits, and 2 errors for Sheboygan. And the pitch from Chinwith. This one is fouled. Oh, 2 for Cole Erickson. And the pitch is down low for ball one. Chinwith comes set, looks back at first. Here comes the pitch. Just tad high for ball two. The pitch from Chinwith, breaking pitch, in for strike three. Strikeout Erickson is first at bat. And now we'll bring up Mark Warner, who is 0 for 3. And Chinwith comes set on the mound. Joey Pettit on at first. Here comes the pitch. Breaking pitch, in for strike one. Counts 0-1 with 1 out. Swing and a miss from Warner makes it 0-2. Oh and 2, 1 out here, bottom of the eighth. Alton leads Sheboygan 12-1. This one is hit foul. And slowly rolls back into left field. Ross Chris going over there to grab the ball. Then Chinwith comes set. Excuse me. He is looking for signs. Now comes set. Winds up, delivers. Just tad high for ball one. You have Joey Pettit on at first. Pettit was the first batter on for Sheboygan since all the way back in the 5th inning. Now count is 2-2. This pitch is popped up. And first baseman is going to be there and going to make the catch in foul territory. I'll bring out number 2, and then Harry Stell is up to bat for Sheboygan. Harry is 1 for 2 at a nice single. Who then he reached the second on air and struck out twice. Pitchman Chinwith in for strike 1. Chinwith comes set on an 0-1 count. This one, it drills Chinwith, but we'll get Harry out. It seems like Chinwith is okay. And that's the end of the game. Final score, Appleton 12, Sheboygan 1. Winning pitcher is Jack Habeck. Now we'll make it that the losing pitcher, Davis Wilson, 12 runs, 14 hits, and 1 error for Appleton, and then 1 run, 2 hits, and 2 errors for Sheboygan, dominated by Appleton this whole game. I'll do it for me up in the press box, Matt Crawley. And we'll see you in our next live stream game, which will be 5/27, 1 week from now. Hope to see you down the road. Have a nice night, folks.